Straightening brush, huh? Are you sure you can handle these curls? We're gonna see if you work for real, for real. Hey y'all, hey, it's Miko here, and our journey that we're going on today is all about natural hair care. So, I decided I was going to try out the straightening brush. So I saw this ad on Facebook and it looked really impressive. It basically showed a nice melanated lady with natural hair, and she was able to straighten out her hair very quickly with the straightening brush. So I said, this was the first time I actually saw a video with someone with naturally curly hair. And so I figured I'd do a review, share with you guys my initial thoughts. This was my first time using the straightening brush, so I will let you know what I think of it overall at the end of this review. And I decided to make it a twofer, so I hardly ever put any heat on my hair. I don't straighten it. I don't blow dry it or anything. So my hair has gotten pretty long, so I was interested to see what it was like, how long it's been. So this is a length check / straightening brush review / natural hair care fun video. So if you are interested in finding out how the straightening brush works on this head of mine, then stay tuned. Okay, so we are starting on freshly washed, detangled, and sectioned hair. I did section it in about 6 to 8 twists, and I'd stretched them across my head overnight, securing them with the bobby pin so that when I took them down, then they would be fully stretched, or stretched to the max at least. Elmo and Mickey did help me out during that journey. And so we're just going to finger detangle each twist and separate it into 2. Since we are using a brush, we just want to make sure that the hair has no tangles in it at all, because we don't want to snag on anything. So we are going to take the straightening brush. Before we do that, actually, we're going to put on some heat protectant. Like I said, I usually don't put heat on my hair at all, so I'm trying to take every measure possible to avoid any possible heat damage. So now we're going to take the straightening brush. It does have bristles, I guess. At this point, I didn't think that, or I thought that it would get hot to the touch, but it actually doesn't. It's the bed of the brush that is actually heating up. I had the temperature, I believe it's equivalent to 300, maybe 260. I don't remember. I'll put it down in the description box. But I'm just, since my hair is detangled, I'm starting from the top and working my way down to go as fast as possible. Because isn't that the point of using a straightening brush, so you don't take forever? Yeah, that's what I thought too. So you just take your time and take the brush and stretch the hair out with your hand and bring it down. So as you can see here, it's taking some of that curl out. I'm like, wow. That whoa was also how long it is. It's crazy, you know, the shrinkage is real, as they say, when you have curly natural hair. So to see it at its stretched state is sometime a aha or wow moment. So that is the first section completed with that straightening brush. So I did a pretty good job. Like I said, I did not use very high heat. I just wanted to do the bare minimum. I don't know, you just kind of get nervous when you put heat on your hair when you're not used to doing that. So it does go up to, I believe, the equivalent to almost 400. So it does get really, really hot. And here you can see the difference between the stretched, not using the straightening brush, and with the brush. So again, through the next section, just going to detangle very well, put that heat protectant on, and use the straightening brush and bring it all the way down to the end. Since I had it on low heat, I went ahead and kind of went over both sections to blend them as I went along. So tuck that section away and move on to the next one. Split it in half. We're going to detangle it very well and heat protectant and do the straightening brush. So this is where I noticed that I kept accidentally pressing the buttons, adjusting the temperature, so it would drop down to like 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is not doing anything on these curly hair. So I had to keep going back and forth to make sure that it was at the desired temperature to actually straighten my hair. So got those two sections done, kind of blending them together, making sure I get around the part where the section was so I don't have wavy roots. And so we just continue to follow this process. Let me know if you guys are interested in seeing more natural hair care videos, maybe my wash day or natural hair must-haves. If you're interested in that, then drop a starburst in the comment section below. Now, it's really funny. My husband, he always says, you know, he loves the curly hair more than the straight hair. And I'm like, you met me with straight hair. So anytime I straighten out my hair, I joke around. It's like, okay, now it's going to be straight just for a little bit. I don't want to wake up with you having a cup of water over my head trying to get the curls back. So yeah, you know, the straightening brush is a great idea, I think. And maybe there's lots of different versions out there. So maybe just the version I have, with the button placement, they need to go back to the drawing board because that was a little bit annoying. Another thing about this particular model is that since the bristles are so big and thick, any type of shed hair that you do get, it can get stuck inside of the bristles. So, and it's hard to get them out. It isn't like you can run a comb through it or anything, or run it underneath water. I mean, you can't do all that. It's not a real brush. So I just kind of made sure, as I was using the straightening brush throughout, take a pause every once in a while. If there are any random shed hair, pull that out. So fast forwarding, we are almost done. That's the last section there. So we're just taking everything down, kind of go over it one time again to blend everything together, get rid of those parts in between, make sure we don't have any wavy roots. And again, I'm sliding the temperature down. So I think because of the temperature that I use, it wasn't very, very hot. It definitely knocked all the curl out, but it took all the volume away. So I did have more of a blowout effect. So, you know, if you went to get your hair done and just blow dried it and didn't flat iron, then this is the effect that I got. So showing you, wow, hair is pretty much to bra strap length, and that is crazy. I did happen to go to an 80s party that night. The fro style was excellent, right on time. So as you can see, as time was going by, I felt like it was trying to revert immediately from the jump. It's like, what are you doing? We don't do straight, we're curly hair. So I kept it. This was the following day. It was humid, of course, so it just got huge in less than 24 hours. But you embrace the fro. The fro is beautiful. That's the good thing about natural hair. There's lots of versatility. You can really wear it a variety of ways and still look fabulous, in my opinion. So, yeah. So let's take a quick look at this brush. So this is the straightening brush. It came from China again. It has a pretty long cord. Depending on where you know, they look at your mailing address, so you get the typical US plug. It does have the dials to adjust the temperature on the side, as well as a power button. So I had some difficulty with accidentally adjusting the temperature of the straightening brush while I was using it. It was really annoying. The placement, you know, since it's on the side of the handle, you naturally grip it like that, and so I was clicking the buttons constantly. I did figure out after I finished my entire head that if you hold down the power button, it will lock the temperature. So it doesn't have a name or a brand, it just said straightening brush. So if you do decide to purchase one of these, hopefully it has instructions. Mine did not have instructions. And if you find yourself pressing the temperature buttons on accident, see if you can hold down the power button to lock in the temperature so you won't deal with the headaches that I did. But it's pretty cool. These actually don't get hot at all. It's the plate, that's the bed of the brush, that actually heats up. So you can touch this while you are using it, and you won't burn yourself. And so I was, trying to be all gracious and stuff, and make sure, oh, don't catch your ear or nothing like that. But I mean, it could touch it fine. And now I wouldn't just be, being crazy with it, but you won't burn yourself. So that's really cool. Overall, I think it's a cool type of thing to have in your arsenal for natural hair care products if you do want to straighten out your hair. I didn't use it on very high heat because, like I said, I don't really put heat on my hair. So I didn't want to, go overboard and possibly chance any heat damage. But I would recommend small sections. Definitely detangle, detangle, detangle. Do not try to put this in your hair if your hair is not detangled. Work in small sections and take your time. So I do believe with the lower temperature that I used, I got more of the blowout effect. So still very voluminous, not bone straight. But I know that if I went with a higher temperature, I could have achieved bone straight results. So yeah, if you would be interested in seeing more natural hair care videos from On The Go with Miko, let me know by dropping me a starburst emoji in the comments. So tell me, have you ever used a straightening brush before? What was your experience like? Let me know in the comments below. Also be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the little bell to be sure you're notified of the next uploads for On The Go with Miko. And other than that, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Until the next time, bye. I am in focus, but that's good. Hey. Boom. By dropping me a starburst,